Right, last year, Strictly Come Dancing's Amy Dowden was diagnosed with breast cancer. I'm sure you'll know her story. She found a lump the night before her honeymoon, and after months of treatment, incredibly, she's now back on the dance floor and in training for the new series.
So Amy decided she wanted to share her experiences over the last 15 months in a documentary in the hope of helping others understand some of the realities of cancer at a young age. Have a look.
Look at this one, look at the top one. There's been so many times sharing my story where I have wished I didn't. People were like writing to me saying, you're such a narcissist. Look at me, the biggest attention seeker ever. Who else would dance in the garden whilst having to cut their hair off? At the time, I'd already felt like I had everything about me stripped away. My identity and that, and of course I would have done anything in the world to actually be not dancing in my friend's garden about to shave my hair, but to be dancing with my best friends on Strictly. And then people write to me going, you're not even stage 4. I'm like, that's really, you know, it's so bad it is. I didn't even know what my outcome was, so for people to be writing messaging like that, I already felt hard to even look in the mirror.
Well, delighted to say Amy joins us now. And the first thing to say is you look amazing and your hair looks incredible. And I know that's quite a big feature of the documentary, which we'll come on to perhaps in a moment. How are you today?
Oh, good morning. I'm really well, thank you.
Good, excellent. Now, that little clip we showed you from the documentary there is an important thing which we'll talk about, but it doesn't at all tell the full story of what this documentary is all about, which is an unbelievably raw and emotionally honest record of your journey. Almost right from the start, you invited cameras in, and I just think that was an incredible thing to do. Why did you take that decision?
Oh, thank you. Well, I'd already done my documentary previously about Crohn's disease, which I suffer from, and I saw the impact that had on breaking down the stigma, raising awareness. So I saw firsthand the rewards from that. And I guess had I not done my Crohn's documentary, I don't think I would have ever done this one. I wouldn't have had the confidence. And I guess I was trying to turn such a negative, difficult period of my life into some sort of positive, and thinking, well, if I can raise awareness that checking yourself, because if you don't check, who is? And early prevention, you know, early detection can save lives, is so important. So if just 10 people who watch my documentary start checking themselves, I might save one life.
Well, it'll be more than that, because I can tell you straight away, as I was watching it, I was checking myself immediately. It's almost an instinctive reaction, isn't it? But it's not just about your personal journey, but also the people who are closest to you, your husband, your mum and dad. It's really tough on all of you, and the way that they support you, they've been incredible. But again, what was that like, kind of opening that up to the wider world?
Yeah, I think they found it tough because they were dealing with, you know, so many emotions themselves, and I guess they just wanted to protect me. I guess they knew how important the message is to me to raise awareness. But I'm so lucky to have, honestly, the best family and friends, and I'm really not sure I would have got through the last 16 months without them. They really did keep me going, and they did everything possible. And of course, the care I received on the Sheldon unit, honestly, those oncology nurses, the team, everybody, they're just real life heroes, they really are.
Amy, good morning to you. It's Charlie here in the studio. Now, you strike me, Amy, as being a very, very positive person. And I think that comes through. I mean, literally, I think we could see it in your face as we speak to you this morning. The moment we showed a few minutes ago, and I'm sort of loath to give trolls any publicity whatsoever, you got a lot of that stuff. But first, I'd like to ask you about the positives. I suspect that many, many people have contacted you about, you know, your condition, the time you're going through, and, you know, have been a support, and maybe you've been able to support them as well, which in a way is much more important, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as I spoke out about it, I had one young lady message me exactly the same age, going through exactly the same as me, from, you know, a mastectomy to fertility treatment. And she said she didn't feel alone. And I actually gained a community of friends online from speaking out. But also, I still get in the thousands of messages of people saying because of me, they've gone to the GP to get a lump checked, which was exactly my reason for sharing my story. So that is just, yeah, to give people the confidence to go to their GP when they know something's not right is everything.
Yeah, that is the important stuff. And then there's the other stuff, which is the stuff that you kind of very bravely take on. You tell people you received this stuff. And I think that in itself will help other people maybe deal with unpleasantness they receive. It's disgusting what people are prepared to write.
Yeah, it's not okay. And there's no textbook on how to deal with any diagnosis. It doesn't even have to be cancer or life in general. And you've got to do what's right for you. And, you know, this shouldn't be the judging, and people shouldn't be able to hide behind a keyboard. I remember being so low and up in the middle of the night because of the steroids I was on during chemo, just being so low. I wasn't able to dance with my best friends on Strictly. And some of those messages were just so hurtful, so upsetting. And you never know what someone is going through. And I just feel there's not enough awareness out there. And there's no punishment to anybody, you know. No one is learning. Be kind. It's free. If we can be anything in the world, be kind. And I just worry for the teenagers of today who are all on social media, and we just see so much online bullying. More needs to be done about it. It's really not okay.
Do you know, the other really important conversation, but I'll urge people to watch the programme actually, is the one that you have around your fertility treatment. And I think that will mean a lot, not just to people going through cancer, but who are having any kind of, facing any kind of challenges around starting a new family. But watch the programme and take from that, you know, the great courage you've had in speaking out about that. But we didn't want to let you go without asking about Strictly. So delighted that you're back and fully involved. And you're obviously feeling completely up for it, ready for it, because that is a grueling, grueling process to put yourself through.
Yeah, do you know what? That's what kept me going through all the treatment, everything, was getting myself back on the dance floor. I'm someone who needs a goal. And you know what? I have just been loving it. It feels like my first year again. Yeah, dancing again tomorrow to an audience, and it's my happy place. And actually, since being back at Strictly, I felt like Amy again, to be honest with you. And I'm just so excited for everything. We've been working super hard for the series, and I can't wait for everyone to see.
Well, we look forward to it, really, really do. And in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to start, do go and watch Amy's programme as well. Thank you on behalf of all the people who this will mean a huge amount to, and will be able to connect with your story in particular, Amy. And thank you for talking to us.
Just a reminder.
Thank you,
Amy. Just a reminder, Strictly, Amy, Cancer and Me will be on BBC One, 8 o'clock on Monday, and on the iPlayer straight after that. It's really good, but be prepared to get the tissues out. It's very, very moving and, yeah, emotional to watch at times, but joyful as well at the same time.